name is Mama Sapon, and thank you so much for stopping by to watch today's video. So today I'm going to take a break from doing the things that I like to talk about and I like to do, including the hairstyles I prefer, and I'm going to take a break and do a little bit of what you guys have been asking of me. So first of all, so many people, or not so many people, but quite a number of you have been asking to see what my hair looks like when it's not in the bun. So this is my hair. This is all there is to me. I'm going to make this video a little bit of a Q&A. So I'm going to talk about two questions that I received recently from two subscribers. One person wants to know, is there one person that we each are supposed to get married to? And the other person wants to know, why did they cheat on me? So today's video is titled Christian Young Man Wants to Know. So I'm going to start by talking about the first question, is there a one? I personally believe that after Adam blamed God in the Garden of Eden for bringing Eve into his life and for causing him to fall through her, I feel like God just took a back seat when it comes to choosing a life partner for us. God just leaves us to make our own choices, and then he allows us to enjoy the consequences of those choices, whether they're good or bad. I don't think that God creates a specific person for any one person anymore, and I think God stopped doing that after Eve was formed. The only thing that comes close to a creation or a specific person for a specific request is what we see between Isaac and Rebecca. Okay, when Abraham's servant went to the well to fetch water, and he prayed a simple prayer, and even before he was done praying the prayer about the kind of woman he wanted for his master's son, Rebecca walks out and she does exactly what he requested for. You know, apart from that, we don't really see any scenario in the Bible where a specific woman is picked and carved and created and shaped and raised for a specific guy. I also think that God in his nature he is a God who gives us choices. He has always at least two options for us: life and death, blessings and curses. You know, God always gives us the option to choose. If God gave us only one person, it would be going against his decision to give us free will, I believe. So in order for God to facilitate our free will as human beings, I believe that he gives us options, you know, to choose from. So apart from that second point, the third thing I believe is that God is a God of abundance. Jesus Christ came and he died so that we might have life and have it more abundantly. That means that even if you miss out on your first choice, you have more options available for you. And if you miss out on your second one, if you make a mistake a second time, you still have more options available for you. In Christ, you have abundance, okay? And these are very important points I believe we have to remember as Christians, because if we stick to that sort of there's just this one person for me, we put God in a box, because like I said, God gives us options. At the same time though, I believe that God has a will. God has a perfect will and God has a permissive will. For instance, if we remember the story of Balaam and Balak, God did not want Balaam to visit Balak. He did not want the two guys to meet, and he did not want curses to be spoken over the Israelites. I think he was enticed by the money that the king was going to give to him. So he kept going back to God and praying the same prayer over again. So God was like, you know what, I can see that you really want to go, although I don't want you to go at all. But since this is something that you are really desiring in your heart, I'm just going to let you go. But you cannot say anything that I don't want you to say. Also, remember when the Israelites wanted a king to lead them, it wasn't in God's will for them to have a king. In God's will, he was their king, he was their ruler, he was supposed to be their everything. But the Israelites felt pressured by the surrounding people to also acquire or adopt the same culture that they had, which was to have a king who goes before them in wars and things like that, right? So God told the prophet Samuel at that time, listen, I know that you feel like the people are rejecting you, but ultimately I am the one that they are rejecting. But I'm still going to do what they're asking for. Okay, so God has a permissive will, and a permissive will is when He allows you to have your way, although that is not what He wants you to do. So if God has a will, I believe that in God's perfect will, there is at least one person that He wants you to settle down with. Maybe there might be two, but there's at least one person in God's perfect will. At the same time, He gives us room to also make our own choices and to make our mistakes and to grow from them. So never at any point should you ever feel restricted to just one person.
So I lift my hands in worship, 'cause Jesus, you mean a lot to me. You keep on loving me, ooh yeah, yeah. I lift my hands in worship, because I love you.
If you feel like there's just one person that you are bent on marrying, and I felt that way too before, I might even still feel that way now, that is only because of our minds, of the things that we have fed our minds, our own lustful desires, our own selfish desires, things that we have grown up thinking, strongholds that we have placed in our own lives, or strongholds that we have allowed in our own lives. Sometimes too, you might also feel like you are perfect for a particular person because you just have similar upbringings, you have similar tastes. It doesn't mean anything. Those tastes can be acquired by just anybody if you think about it, and those tastes too are probably not unique to just you and a few others. But even if they are, I'm telling you that there are multiple people who have those same unique traits that you think are attractive to you. So I'm going to try and convince you more, because if it was true that we were only allowed just one person each, you were only supposed to marry one person. If you missed that person, that was it. It means that nobody can make a mistake, because once one person makes a mistake, the whole chain is broken and someone is going to end up marrying some other person's partner, unless the person they end up marrying's partner died or something. Then maybe, let's say I'm supposed to marry person A and this person's supposed to marry this, and everybody's supposed to marry this, and then this person makes a mistake, and instead of marrying this person they come and marry this one. It means that now this guy doesn't have a partner, and so he might also end up taking this guy's partner. So it gets messed up, unless when this guy marries this one, these two people die off, and then the planet is back to equality of some sort. But that is not what happens at all, because there is more than one option. Again, if we had to marry just one person, it means that if, God forbid, if let's say person A's partner dies, halfway through the marriage, that was it. There was no way he or she was going to get married to anybody else. And if that was true, there'll probably be some form of law or sin in the Bible that would say that it is a sin to remarry after your partner dies, because you have to be faithful to the person even after death. But we don't see that in the Bible anywhere, right? Because death will part you and you are free to start again. Also, divorce will be one of those major sins that the Bible will really emphasize over and over and over again. But we don't see that, because God knows that some of us really go through difficulties in our marriages. God forbid, may I not be part. And He makes room for us to escape, although He hates divorce. Okay, so all of these are reasons why I think we are not tied up to just one person. We each have a choice, and each choice is possible. Remember that all things work together for the good to them that love God, even to them that are called according to His purpose. The fact that a person might be struggling in their marriage, or the fact that a person might be struggling in their relationship, is not enough reason to say that maybe they were not meant for each other. Okay?